This is the annual seminar organized by the vibrant and forward-thinking Nusrat Commerce Club, a platform dedicated to empowering students through education, dialogue, and innovation. Each year, this seminar brings together students, teachers, professionals, and invited guests to engage in meaningful discussions around business, economics, entrepreneurship, and global commerce. It is more than just an event, it is a journey of growth where young minds are challenged, inspired, and equipped with practical knowledge and leadership skills that will shape their futures. From expert guest speakers to interactive sessions, the seminar offers a unique opportunity to learn, share ideas, and network. The Nusrat Commerce Club continues to pave the way for academic excellence and real world impact.
My name is Fatima Gumane, and I am the mobilizer of the Nusrat Commerce Club. My role in this seminar is to make sure that every executive is doing their job and to mobilize the people and to make sure that everyone is comfortable in our occasion. Yes, that is.
So how long have you been organizing this occasion?
Since the Commerce Club was established, the seminar every year it used to take place. Yes, that is.
So what is the theme behind this year's seminar?
It's about building commercial minds. That is, even whether you are a science, arts, commerce student, you can still come and participate in our seminar because our seminar doesn't only teach about entrepreneurship and all that stuff. It also teaches about life lessons, how to solve it, and all those stuffs.
What are some of the achievements that you recorded since the beginning of this seminar?
Since the beginning of this seminar, we did not only have like because we have like entrepreneurship dealing with the Islamic stuff. So many of our general members benefited from like Islamics related to entrepreneurship, and they also benefited from like these other entrepreneurs and other ex-teachers who came here and elaborated on their challenges, how they solve them, and all.
So what are you going to tell somebody who is just watching you and does not have any idea about this seminar? What are you going to explain to the person so that the person will be motivated to join this seminar next time?
So basically, the seminar is something that sharpens what we already know. We all know entrepreneur. An entrepreneur is a person who finds capital for a business, solves its challenges, and bears its risks. We all know about entrepreneur. That is basic English. So you already have the knowledge about entrepreneur. If you come to our seminar, you will be elaborated more about the entrepreneur, or not even entrepreneur, about life challenges because we invite young Gambian entrepreneurs, already developed entrepreneurs. They come and elaborate on their life challenges, their business challenges, how they tackle their problems, their solutions, and their end game. Yes. So if anyone wants to be elaborated on entrepreneurship, not only entrepreneurship but basic life challenges, because some of these people are here, they are not like only entrepreneurs. They are like Islamic related, some are agricultural, some are like they sell hijabs and all that stuff. So if you want to be elaborated on that, not only like if you want to sell, if you want to be an entrepreneur, and if you just want to have a knowledge about entrepreneur, you can come to our seminar and you will be briefed on it and you will be motivated to start your own business out there. Or if you have something, it will inspire you to go and boost it to the world. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We would like to know what's your last take on this thing. What are some of the advice you would like to give your colleague, your friends out there that are watching you right now?
So I want to tell the other, let me just make it this direct. I want to tell the other commercial clubs that are in other schools that when they are organizing their seminars, they should make sure that it is not only commercial related, it should be Islamical, it should be technical, it should be agricultural. Because, in a school, there is not only the commerce students, we have other fields like science and arts. We should enable to involve them in your seminar agendas so they will be motivated to come and attend when they are organizing their own seminars in the school. And to our students in the school, let's not just take the term as like commerce or seminar. It's only for the commerce students. We have here executives that are from the arts, we have executives that are from the science. So we should remove the notion from our head that like commerce is only for the the commerce students, because money is for everyone. You are working out there. If you want to be a pharmacist, that deals with science, right? But even though you are selling, because you sell the drugs, it's also commercial. So I want to tell the world that anything you do in this world, it is commercial related. Wassalam.
Some of the speakers, and I think we are learning something new. So whenever we go home, we'll be able to start our business without fearing anybody. Whether we are making profit or not, we can work. So on that note, I would like us to know that Fabio will come back in the next few time to give us something again, because that was just an introduction. We want more and more so that we can start our own business and make it successful at the end of the day. So, next on the agenda, we have Abubakar Sisi, the former head boy of Nusrat Senior Secondary School, to come and give us words of motivation in terms of business and student as well. Mr. Cisse, you are very welcome.
Apparently, I missed this podium. Huh? It's been a while. Good morning, everybody. From the highest table of the ceremony to the lowest table of the ceremony. Good morning to you all. It is with a great honor to stand before you today again. Something that I have done without numbers, and I am doing it today. So I am really proud of the Commerce Club for organizing such a meaningful, and not only meaningful, but beyond the boundaries of importance. This is really a great opportunity for students like us to benefit from. At this juncture, I am not with a prepared script, though. I was lately told to be a guest speaker and a guest of honor. So I would have to limit my presentation to A-level students. I was in your shoes. I am still in your shoes because I remain a student still. It is my responsibility to water down the motivation that I believe would make you a great entrepreneur, a great businessman and woman in this world. Not only in the Gambia, but in this world. Believe that you can do it and you can become one. I advise that you follow your passion instead of following just the dreams of other people. Instead of following other people you may not even know, but follow your passion. The other one is hard work. Trust me, there is nothing that one can achieve without hard work. The lesser you work, the less likely either you'll be successful. Of course, not all hard work will lead to success, but there is no success without hard work. So you must imbibe these values if you want to be successful in life. Laziness is the recipe for failure. If you want to fail, the easiest way is to be lazy. So as you work hard also, try to be the best at whatever you do. You must also stay focused. Most of us, we are very badly distracted sometimes from the boys and the girls, in fact, because nowadays, backway is something that not only the boys go through. We've seen women that are resorting to these perilous journeys across the desert to get perilous journeys. So normally you are told the streets in New York, the streets in US, the streets in Germany. I mean, some people are very badly distracted. Instead of focusing on what would benefit them, they normally end up failing at the same time. You see, Whenever you start doing something, especially the first time, the prospects of failing are always higher than the prospects of succeeding. So how do you turn it around? You have to keep pushing. You have to keep going. Don't give up and don't give in. There is always this saying in Wolof, and there could be an interpretation in Mandinka that kuyaga chitain back fekalafa. And there is equivalent in English. If you hang around a barber shop long enough, you will get what? A haircut. So my mantra is give everything that you can. Your time, yes, your energy, your talent, your prayers, because the people that you meet and the faith that you have are the things that will ultimately define you, and those are the things that would ultimately determine where you end up. So take your chances and be persistent in whatever you do. At school level, we do see students normally selling things, maybe from the lowest level. You sell butterscotch and what? Sometimes biscuits and whatever. So at times you limit it to such parochial level. You need to go beyond that. So you just need to be consistent in whatever you do. So to succeed as well, don't embrace ideas that are not of value. Embrace ideas that are of qualities. Don't romanticize ideas. Scrutinize ideas, dissect them, and choose ideas that are of great values. And don't also do something that is not of value, like I was saying. Even a comedian has to sell a good joke. If it is a flat joke like I am giving, nobody will be interested. So whatever you are doing, it has to be of great value. Be prepared to take risks. As entrepreneurs, you are always told in economics, risks, right? So you have to be prepared to take risks, because nothing is worth the world. Be prepared to fail, and there is much to learn from failing. Be prepared to be embarrassed. From these problems or from these mistakes, you learn along the way. I read somewhere that Thomas Edison did about 1,000 experiments before he was able to discover the light bulb. 1,000 experiments before he was able to discover the light bulb. So how many of us have done one thing 1,000 times? Well, apparently I don't think any of us have done that. So to succeed, you have to keep practicing, because practice makes you perfect. I know people who also did not embark on this conventional education and they are very successful in life. At times we have to throw away or jettison the stereotype to the back or the dumb side that if you don't go to school, you will be successful in life. Or if you don't go to university or any tertiary institution, you're going to be successful in life. This is a stereotype that many people have been developing in their minds. And it is high time throwing that away. I know Alagi Sanya. He finished LK, that is Latikunda here. He was selling cow dung near Abuko. So from cow dung, he was opportune to go to US. At Columbia University, he was studying some entrepreneurial issues. And today he is the vice president of one of the biggest construction companies in the world. So it is these values that made him who he is today. Like I have said, it doesn't mean that if you don't go to university, you will not make it. No. We've seen people that have not even darkened any words of higher institutions of learning, but they are very successful in life. Look at the Harding guys, the Tufts, and others. You'll be surprised to Here, the staff has not attended the high institutions of learning that we see, the university and so on. But he is one of the successful people in the world, not only in the Gambia, but in the world. So, I mean, just keep pushing, believe in these values, commitment, consistency, dedication, and hard work would make you, or would bring you to the closest doors of this world. Principles like this are the ones that would work for you. Honesty and integrity is important in whatever you do. Don't forget them as well. I would have to limit it here. Thank you so much.
We have heard about what Mr. Caesar said to us, that honesty and integrity will make you who you want to become or where you want to see yourself tomorrow. We really appreciate your time to come here to give us your experience and motivate us as students to be ready to learn and never give up. We're supposed to have a little bit entertainment from somebody that we all know. Mr. Barrow, the poet. He will come and give us some little bit of entertainment by the end of the day so that we will not feel boring. Because life without enjoyment, little bit enjoyment for that matter, is just something. So, Mr. Barrow, you are highly welcome. Lying like hungry lions, in pride they lay on, spine gliding like clothed legions, wine hives, outshining linens of a golden dragon, the sand we drag on, nose diving after spilling to have fun, drawn from a spiritual wagon of God's medallion, from star-shining fables to fallen dominions, clarion calls and old battalions, smoking pavilions, do the deed that draws the millions. Why do, those who do voodoo, Jew to feud, we kill to sue who do, undo the deed done by you too. True, do those deed during a screw through? My dad did dog my throat tube using his neck lube, but next to you is John Bull, loading his head like a penguin's wool. Toe to head is all rue, flow to end is all glue. Words so dense like knit steel, metaphors are all new. Diamond drums are so filled, this one sends you straight to call you. 3 days, 3 nights, all minds flew. Soon like all my crew. Go to Haiti, G9 will get you for barbecue. Skeletons place for mice to chew. We win wars, we dwindle, but we've seen wars. We swindle, pee on weed waffles, but we would whistle when wind whizzes. Like we would whistle when ward wickens. Ward's whipping, wishes war win. No one days walk in, drink your blood like apple juice. Make them choose, use you or dunk the punk. Sunk the sink, when the trunk has shrunk, make it sing songs like a monk. Treat no one like gunk. Fleet the funk, I'm about to skulk from pits of Armstrong's hulk. Do not ask for bulk, and never let this escape your memory's pulp. Because it's not just the rhyme, it's the skill. What if God only made angels? No Bill or Jim, no Adam or Eve. What if Iblis bowed to Adam? What if no garden ever grew? No serpents or fruits, no dams or dew? What if Abel lived and love remained? What if Cain never learned to hate? Would murder ever be a word if Cain didn't kill?
Would time still tick if guilt never woke? Would justice breath if trust never broke? Would sin exist if man never chose? Would truth mean much if anyone opposed? But the what ifs never stayed what if. And that is why we exist with a free will to chill or thrill. Because every man from birth builds the thoughts that owns a touch, receives a mind to think and act, hands and feet to crawl and walk, eyes and tongue to see and talk, heart and skin to live and feel, a soul that can choose to spoon or remain still, to plant or peel, to build or break, to sin or be real, to sit or skate on faith's deep hill. Yet we say God's plan, and then plan to be cruel. We blame Satan like he is some kind of a tool for dirty hands and twisting rules. But I've seen love bloom in a slum and hatred grow on a preacher's tongue. I've seen boys from broken homes grow into gentlemen, and I've watched men fed with silver spoon turned into monster stew, bringing background as an excuse for brutality, lean on destiny to bury accountability, fabricate circumstances to kill morality. So no whispered lies, no tempting voices, no melodious lines can direct your will or bind your minds to misplace your manhood in a child's womb, to on and off a light in an emergency room, to cut throats, rob stores, put a youth man in a madman's mood and let light and hope boom, take Yama to the shrine and snatch away her womanhood, set a seed that should sign in the weed to die, do wrong and blame like the devil's style. So since you cannot be killed, but you can choose to live. Temptations cannot be washed away, but you can look away. Fate has a weight, but your free will pays the bill. The devil has a game, but it is you who presses play, who knows what's right but let wrong stays, summon the love of God and worship what he creates. This is the ultimate reality of my world if you look deep into it. Free will is not free if you refuse to use it. Destiny is a myth if you choose to abuse it. No act is divine if you choose to polish it. Condemn it. None in the Husera, then play with it. 50 cents. Take it, then take off. I'm upset, up sitting in sunset. A block to this head won't ache if you, me, and them. Power is rocky roses. If walking these flames means walking tons, then I would be walking, talking. The government can be saying, sorry, we are the firebrand tidy in the news of glory. It is the son of Adam in a barrel, marching and singing the songs of attack. Hold the mic with your G and we shall be one part for a reason. Oh Moro, I bind and cast this horror, not Prophet Dawood, but I hustle like the theory of the bang cooking a big banger. This is another 9/11 for a crisis situation. This country is in an emergency room. The youth is the game. This game changer. All those atop this eye like a star. You are a bit far, a bit further from the goodness of David or Mansa Musa. Because whenever you make one boy to born a boy, you just unleash a wasted kid begging for a better life. This is mass murder. We are nobles. For ages you walked on us like Bahama, grass rooted in all these Jordans who goddamn failures. So we will strike like God aided us. We will be Snoop Dogs because God saved it all. Red card the bee, but if we are honey, we are saving it. So you bad black sheep, save the wheat. This is the animal farmers on rebellion. So don't fail to notice, I'm no alien. I'm a youth. I'm a patriot. All of us want to live the good life. But this year, your shadows. You go cash money like worry behind. Worry carry last. He knows boss. Sorry go don't chop like the devil with chopsticks. Trust me, these days, I will dream. I want to speak guitar.
Fangolo, Changolo, Golo, till I say Kie. I'm born with battlefields. This year it is preach pattern. Says Kelle, don't to Sokoto in my Apollo. Jews go they bow like a Bibaoba. No apology in my contour. Last. We dribble and pass fast. Leave a fat. I am feel powerful. The jam. 2025 go speak Yoruba. You go sabi say ninja they slap rap. We are style since day one points they chop sharp. We dey cry different. I'm gonna be the people tall like a dreamer. I'm godly. Just ask and see who rules who. Go get me a Hamlet and I will rule better than a Linger. Get it? If you don't get it, forget about it. Forget say me forget. Forget say my boss the high head. You think say it is witchcraft? At the LPK, Lieutenant Police can come. The very police of do's and don'ts. We say it anyhow. Tell say we want this. We poets be our boys. We go scam you, die, then we go wake you. We go tell you say I be king, but when you the ruler, oh yeah. Now saw me, the last word king. Thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. Barrow and the team. They have did wonders. You have heard words that you never heard before. And see lines, flows. I don't want to be like them. Let me continue my program. So I was prepared to give this for the executive. We have SP in the building. Do you guys know SP? SP, I don't mean ST, SP. SP in the building. We have our honorable speaker, SP in the building. I forgot to introduce our honorable speaker right there, Mr. Koma, for that matter, from Masru Senior Secondary School. And as time goes on, he will come and deliver something. So it's cheating. Because somebody is paying you for your time and the service that you are selling, but you are underselling the service. That is cheating. And there's some transparency. Among the ethical values that Islam promotes, there's the transparency in your financial dealings. During your entrepreneurial campaigns, like you're marketing your product, there's supposed to be transparency. If you have a contract between you and the other person, make sure that you put all the conditions clearly. Put the conditions clear. There's supposed to be transparency. The reason why you have the rules for transparency is because to prevent dispute in the near future, which can jeopardize your relationship. And Islam has taught us to be brotherhood. Whether Muslims are brothers by nature. And the other is fair pricing, very important ethic. Islam has not set any upper limit with regards to pricing. However, ethical pricing is highly encouraged in Islam. You cannot seize the opportunity because Mr. X, Y, and Z needed this product. Now I will seize that opportunity to skyrocket my price, or to increase my price. That is what Islam calls. Business is meant to create value. You are meant to be kind to your customers. So you have to be fair in your pricing. Be fair in your pricing. And also, no hoarding. Don't hoard your goods because you assume next month everybody will need this product. Now you hoard it and say it's finished. Anybody wants to say it's finished. Next month you remove your product, display it, and increase the price. It's haram in Islam. You don't hoard it. Business is not the end goal as a Muslim. The end goal is to do something that is in line with Sharia to make sure that tomorrow, the day of judgment, we get the best reward. And we get the best price. The best price is for you to enter Jannah. The best price is for you to enter Jannah. So from those principles and ethical values for Islamic entrepreneurs, It is also all important for us to look at the opportunities. The Islamic economic and Islamic finance industry is growing and is booming. Across the globe, majority of the countries are adopting. And you can come up with entrepreneurial strategies and businesses that are going to solve the problems of the Muslims. And one amongst them is, let's say, halal food and halal beverages. In some countries, like here in Ghana, when you say halal, you say, what do you mean? Sometimes you go to restaurants and you don't realize this. The food you're eating is mixed up with pork. Is that halal or not halal? That is not halal. But if you have a Muslim who establishes a restaurant and makes sure that all the food that he is serving are in line with Islamic principles, is a win for the Islamic economy and Islamic society. You don't sell alcohol and you don't sell pork. It's quite very, very much important. And the other industry, the opportunity is you could establish a halal fashion shop, just like what Ibadan is doing. But also, you must make sure that you understand the conditions of hijab in Islam. Don't just sew a hijab just because Mr. XYZ wants it this way. No. You do it the way God wants it and the way God commanded you to do it. That is your role. Because you are trying to protect Islam. And you are trying to protect the person from tampering with the laws of God. So on that note, I spent a lot of time. I want to thank the organizers for this event. It's of course a very, very much important event and educative event. I've learned a lot from the other speakers as well. And also we need to understand one thing. As an entrepreneur and as a businessman, don't prioritize profit over value creation. About value creation. About that, I want to mention this story. There was one orphan boy who needed one stump of a date palm. He just wanted to fence his garden. But he did not have it. He went to one man and he told him, can you show me this one stump because I want to fence my garden? The guy said no. Then the orphan boy ran to the Prophet and told him, I needed this palm tree and I told this man to show it to me, but the man refused. The Prophet left what he was doing and comes to this scenario. It was not what I told him earlier. He's Rawaf Rahim. He is so kind and merciful to the believers. What concerns you concerns him. So he left what he was doing and came for the seed. Abu Dawda had the seed. He also came. Now Abu Dawda had a very vast garden of date palms and healthy palm trees for that part. He told the person, I want to sell like hundreds of palm trees for this one palm tree that is needed by this orphan. I want to exchange this. The man accepted immediately. Abu Dawda took this and another person told him, I have that the prophet that you needed this palm tree. I have sown this. I have bought this from my hundreds of palm trees for this one palm tree. And here is for you. And the Prophet said, what a blessed transaction Abu Dawda. Because what he did was, he sold this garden of this world and expected a garden in Jannah. And that is the ultimate goal of all Muslims. Sometimes as business, you have to give charity. You have to be charitable because charity does not diminish wealth. As the Hadith of Prophet said, charity does not diminish wealth. So, from there, the last hadith that I'm going to quote is the hadith that I always call the universal call and universal summon of Prophet where he said, Ya ayyuhan nas, O mankind. Ya ayyuhan nas, listen please. Ya ayyuhan nas, O mankind. La yamut ahadukum hatta yastaqbiba rizqah. None of you will die unless you get your share of your provisions, of your risk, of your sustenance. Fattaqullaha ayyuhan nas. O fear God, O mankind. Fala tastaqbilu rizqah. Do not be impatient in seeking your wealth. وَأَجْمِلُوا فِيمَا طَلَبْ. and you have to be moderate when seeking for sustenance. خذوا ما حل. Venture into business activities that are halal without ma haram, and refrain from ventures that are haram. قلت ما قلت موافقا مع الحق من الله ان كان غير ذلك النفس والشيطان والله ورسوله بريء منه. السلام عليكم ورحمه الله وبركاته. Masul Senior Secondary School, 2016 till date, and also the teacher coordinator of Commerce Club at Masul Senior Secondary School. So we have our family here to come and give us something about, we don't know. You are highly welcome, Mr. Tom. And welcome the ex-executive 2024-2025, Ibrahim Adabos regime, the next ex-president of the club. Yeah. We have Mr. Sharif Ba, known as SP. He was here in the school from 2008 to 2011, and he was the Commerce Club president of the school. So, Mr. Sharif Ba, you are highly welcome on board. Sir Oman, the CEO of Al-Farouk Academy, was my student in Nusrat. There is something that the MC said about him, and there is something that was not said about him. So Omar was not only a student in Nusrat. Sir Omar was the deputy head boy of Nusrat Senior Secondary School. So that is why today I didn't have much to say. I will allow them to say everything because this is what we look for. The credit all goes to us, but we are always proud seeing them in the social media and see what my student as well. So you see, this is what we know Nusrat for. Nusrat has been the pioneers of everything in this country. Everything. We started the all guys school trade there in the Ghana. By then, I was the teacher coordinator of Commerce. I was the president when I was a student. And later, when I completed in 2011, I started teaching in 2011. I taught in Nusrat for 9 good years. 9. I know the nitty-gritty. I know everything about it. And today, I'm a proud teacher. Not because of I am a millionaire, but I am a proud teacher because the reason why most of our businesses are not exempt, they are not doing well. People thought that it's because we are not creative. That is one of it. But let me tell you one thing. Whatever you want to do, the first thing you need to do is, when you have the intention, you want to do it, then you pray. Seek God's guidance. Then the next thing is, have an in-depth knowledge about what you are doing. Today, a lot of businesses are not making it because they don't have an idea. You see, in our society, a lot of businesses fail because they don't have any idea about their business. Yes. Today I will have money. They think that business is about investing money. Investing money, capital is the least thing you should know about business. Find out about your business. Have a knowledge about what you do. That is why whenever we start our business, we fail in the long run. Why? Because we lack the in-depth knowledge about the business we do. That is it. Like he said, the difference between an entrepreneur and a businessman or a woman. People thought that they are the same. A businessman or a woman, what they do, they only look for profit. Their motive is to maximize profit. And that is what is happening in our society. A lot of businesses are not solving problems, but rather they're looking for profit. I know, I have an idea about finance, I have an idea about entrepreneurship. Anyway, one of my greatest achievements is when I lectured at the University of the Gambia as a management accounting lecturer. And it's because of that, I came to realize, because we give them that is not only about you teaching and getting the knowledge for you to win the competition. No, it is also trying to put that knowledge in you, so that next time, if you have the opportunity, there is somebody who wants to help you, you can be able to build your own business, and you become an entrepreneur. So there is a difference. Who can tell you what is the difference between talent and skill? What is the difference? Because he already told you the difference between an entrepreneur and a businessman. An entrepreneur, they solve problems. They are innovative. It's a not God-given talent. That's why they call it God-given talent. But have you ever heard they say God-given skills? Skills are not God-given. Skills normally are things that you learn through training, experience, and practices. That is why if you want to be a professional, you need to learn the skills. You said a professional footballer. Can you be a professional footballer? 25 women swim in the garden. She also empowered them with practical skills and opportunities for self-employment. And Mr. SB said, the skills that you want, you must work and practice for it. So when you need skills, you must practice to be a professional skill. Somebody. Fatima Dija, she wants to empower them with practical skill and opportunity for self-employment. Not only that, but Fatima also won multiple national business competition. She won national multiple business competition in the Gambia. Most of you must know. If you don't know, you must know today. Nothing like forget about it, that you have to know. She is passionate about entrepreneurship, women empowerment, and building. Part of the into an international brand for that matter. She's the last speaker. She's just coming. She wants to come to the Fatima is into international brand in the Gambia. So Fatima they are all waiting for it. Trying to inculcate what he will be saying.
Good morning, or is it afternoon? Good afternoon to everyone. To the respected administration, teachers, invited guests, and the bright stars of Nusrat Senior Secondary School. Today I stand here not only as a businesswoman, but as your sister that started like many of you. Standing here today feels like I'm standing in the presence of future CEOs, future investors, and future millionaires of the Gambia. And I pray that Allah makes it easy for you all. My name is Fatma Khadija. I am the founder and manager of Khadija, a mother's clothing brand built from passion, persistence, and prayer. Before I talk about business or entrepreneurship, I want to ask you something. How many of you have a dream? A dream of becoming something, maybe a lawyer, an entrepreneur, an engineer. You can keep your hands up if you sometimes doubt yourself. A brand that is built from passion, persistence, and prayers. And we don't only sell modest wares, but also we empower women through our skill training. Yeah.
So, ma'am, if we are to if we are to empower, like just like you said, you empower also. If you are to tell one or two things about yourself and how you start this business, what are you going to tell the people?
Okay, so I started my business through passion because growing up seeing how passionate my mom is when it comes to fashion design, I learned a lot from it. That is, when you when you love what you do, success becomes easier for you. So, being an entrepreneur, honestly, it's not really an easy journey because there are a lot of hurdles when it comes to financial constraint, looking for customers. But I was determined, I was persistent, I was consistent. Even though there are some days that I feel like, okay, don't you think I need to quit this? But when I think about where I have started and how passionate I am when it comes to fashion design, it makes me push harder to get to where I am. But right now, I'm still not where I am. I'm still pushing to break more barriers, to penetrate international market, to also inspire other youths out there, like Nusrat students that are here, to inspire them, for them to also start, to be consistent and to be hardworking as well.
Consistent and hardworking. That's all. So, please, you made mention like your mom. You picked this business from your mom, and from there you develop into it. So, your mom was the one teaching you, where you just looking at her and then learning from what she was doing.
Yeah, so when we talk about business in depth, like how I started, she was my inspiration. But I started business back in senior secondary school at age 17. But I was not into the fashion industry, even though my mom, I saw her doing it. But being a student and learning skills sometimes is very difficult, especially like a school like Nusrat. You have to be focused academically. So she empowered me by giving me money to start a side business, which is cosmetic products. So when I graduated in my grade, after graduating in grade 12, then I started the fashion brand. So she was my inspiration. She trained me, she invested in me. And Alhamdulillah, today, I go to platforms that I've never expected to be in. I sit with people that I look up to, people that I've never expected that I will even meet them face to face or talk to them or discuss with them. Alhamdulillah, through her, with the help of Allah, I'm able to win two national business plan competition, which is the Youth Connect Gambia in 2022 and the GCCI Kirjula Challenge. So I'm so grateful.
MashaAllah, that's a motivation for our young ones that are watching this interview right now. Because as a woman, being able to do all these things and then to be able to focus on whatsoever you are doing, it is very difficult. And I believe with perseverance and persistence, you can be able to do it. So, what are some of the things that you face, like in society, as a woman doing business? And I believe you don't just stay at one place, you go and come. So, what are some of the challenges that you face during those times?
Well, challenges when it comes to business are many. When it comes to financial challenge, when it comes to work being so hectic, and a whole lot of things surrounding it. But what I am going to say is being a woman shouldn't limit you. Do what you love and be passionate about it. You shouldn't do things because other people are doing it. Do things because you love to do it, and success will definitely be a key. So basically, that's it. And my advice to each and everyone out there is I'm a university graduate. I studied HR, Human Resource Management. But despite that, I choose to turn my passion into my profession. because I believe entrepreneurship is the future and it is the way forward. So we need to invest in ourselves, despite being in universities or graduating from high school. You can be learning at the same time you investing in yourself through skill. So skill is very important because we should be job creators and not job seekers to develop the.
We pay fare to go to school, and some of us work to school because when there were difficult times, the strong men were created, and these strong men made time to be easy, and that easy generation is what creates weak men. So it's an honor to be here today, and I want to take this opportunity to urge every one of you here to have a standing ovation for the great man that stands here. I know his value. When I was a young boy, a stubborn young boy, they took me out from the village due to my, things that I was doing in the village that were not a good reputation, and he made me who I am today. By Allah, he was a pillar to every single person in our family. So I want to take this opportunity to honor him by everyone to stand and clap for him. That is SP, Mr. Sirif Ba. All right, thank you. Even though most of the speakers have left, I greet you all. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Mr. Farouk, I was very disappointed to the moment I stepped in and found Farouk on the stage, giving his speech, because I've been following him. He's doing something that is going to change the Gambia. If you see today, most of these corruptions that we are facing is because people lack the understanding of business and the understanding of how we do things as Muslims. And him being a youngster, doing this to change the modalities of this country, in making this country not only better, but for also to have the best and the best of business dealings. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made business halal, but what happens? He said it's a sunnah. If you are doing a business, to be easy in your dealings. There's a Sahaba that had they had the Prophet talking about business, and he just took out his shop, he opened a shop, and someone borrowed money, someone bought an item from him and later returned the item. So over a time, the man was passing by his shop and found that the guy has closed his shop. And he looked for the guy. He said, "Come on, is it because of me that you close your shop?" He said, "No, I heard the Prophet talking about business and being easy in your dealings in business. That's why I opened a shop to fulfill this hadith. Now that happened, I closed the shop. Look at how beautiful rather, these people were operating." This young man is trying to make that to happen in this country. Many stories that has to do with business in Islamic oriented and Islamic guidance in a business. I also thank our madam here who had made a lot of points, and also Mushroom also, I think is Mushroom, right? So not to waste much of time, I was given the opportunity to speak about personal finance and financial literacy, and also to talk more on the real estate and construction area. So when we speak about personal finance, we have finance in separate items. We're talking about finance as a corporate, as a business, also an individual, also as a finance. So as an individual, why is it that none of us, or most of us here, did not drive expensive cars while coming for this session? How many of us come with cars here? How many of us come with cars? Only few. Why? Because we lack what we call financial independence. We lack what we call financial And when we talk about financial independence, what are we referring to here? Is you being able to buy anything that you wish for, material related. Now, I don't prepare any speech when I'm coming here because I feel that I don't have to decorate a speech for myself to come and talk to you about how to manage and how to do with your future that you're yet to experience. All of these people have experience in their areas, but me and you, we have a long way to go. And I believe we're going to have a dialogue, not a speech, and I'm going to change your mindset. Before leaving this hall, before being done with my speech, we're going to change some of the mindset we have concerning about money and how we deal with money. So when we talk about personal finance, one of the fastest ways, you can never attain personal finance without two things. One, you need 20% of money and you need 80% of the mindset. And that mindset is divided into categories. And one of the best categories, one of the major categories is the attitude. There is the attitude to money. Today, if every one of us here are giving $50,000, before we realize, in fact, some of you are already calculating where to put the money. Because we lack this 80% of knowledge. Any business partner knows, for any business or entrepreneur, knows through these financial discipline. And the financial discipline, to attain it, you must have the attitude. And one of the attitude is to prevent yourself from the things that you love the most. And one of the things is, when you having, let's say you started working and you're having a salary of $10,000, you have to live like a person earning a salary of $6,000 or $5,000. Because the moment you live up to the standard of your earning, what happens? You run into debts and debts and debts. So personal finance is into two. When you receive the money, you have the attitude to finance the money. We talk about income, we talk about savings, and you talk about budgeting. We all know what is income as common students, right? It's the money you receive. We know savings, the money you keep aside. We know about budgeting is the money you keep, or the calculation you do for future expenses, isn't it? Now, why is it that we have our brothers and our sisters, very sad to say, they work and work for 20 years. They cannot survive 1 month without salary. Have we ever asked ourselves why? Why is it that you and I can graduate from the same university and work in the same office? I am paid 1,000 and you are paid 500. Or he is paid 20,000 and I am paid $10,000. We all attain the same degree and work in the same organization. Do you know why? Because the first principle of economics says people don't care about your effort and time you put in anything. And that goes to the teachers who are making the pitch. Economics does not pay your time, they pay your value that you put into the market. The value you create is what economics pays. If you have a degree and the value you contribute to the organization is different from someone who doesn't have a degree, it's different. They pay the person more. So, one of to attain your financial independence is you have to have the attitudes. And two, you have to have the value. As an individual, today, if you have a teacher that graduates from high school and a teacher that graduates from the university, are they going to have the same salary? No, because the one with the university degree has taken steps to put value to themselves. So they are paid more. So as an individual, you have to also pay value for yourself through learning and through developing yourself. You see, you need efforts in everything. So, in attaining your personal independence or your financial independence has failed. A millionaire business that we are in today, and he has over 50 staff in our payroll, and he started the business with $200. Yes. When he had the $200, know what he did with the money? And he's a research student. He graduated from this school, and he was a classmate with SP. When I started working with him and having some engagement, then he noticed that SP is my brother, and he was wow. I was in the same class with him, and guess what? He did not go to universities. And today, every single university student, one of the best, he has one of the best university students in most of these department heads. He used the $200, bought a roll-on, and he used that roll-on, and he was selling roll-on from roll-on to cash power, from cash power, and he became a millionaire wearing these white abayas that we see, our fellow markers are putting on. He wears a abaya and walks in the street while having $1 million in his account. How do we call that? Financial discipline. So from there he started, he looked for a land, and he got this land from his parents, his family people. What he did was, you see, there's a saying that says, slowly is the fastest way to anywhere you want to go. He started with 200, and he moved on, and he goes. That idea, how did he travel from 200 to a multi-millionaire today? I will give you the example, a scenario. If you want to start a business, what do? You start with what? A business starts with what? Capital. Most of us are here as a commerce student. You look at double entry, when they are teaching, teacher says what? Started business with capital. My sisters, I'm telling you today, and my brothers, that is wrong. They are past that level. It's not always you start business with capital. You can start a business without a capital. And how do you do that? Now, everybody be attentive to this. Right? This is the water bottle. It's costing how much? It costing how much? 25. 20. Now, let's assume I went to a shop guy. He's selling this bottle for $20. Now I tell him, now give me this bottle for $15 and I'll be your business partner. If I take this bottle for $15 and I sell it for 20, do I make a profit? Do I make a profit? You are all wrong. How much profit do I make? $5. Now let's look at this. This is how business expands. You have this for $15 and you sell it for $20 and you have the $5 extra. Right? That's what we believe. Let's assume we call it as a profit. And what do we do with profit? We use profit, right? If you take that profit and eat it, let's say you take $3 or $2, you say, Dama save Malekani. If you save $3 and keep $2, how long will it take you to buy 2 bottles of water and start selling it? Now let's look at it like this. If I bought this for $15 and sell it for 20, I have extra $5 in it. I take another bottle and sell it for 20. Now I have how much? 20 plus $5. That's how much? 25. I sell another bottle for $20. Now I have extra. So I need to sell only 3 bottles of water to have a new bottle that is coming from my own money. So you only have profit if the money that you are contributing or your capital, the profit is more than your capital. You only have profit if you start selling and selling until the money you gain is not $5, it's now equal to $15 or even more than $15. That is what is your profit. And I started my business. I deal with electronics and sportwares, which you have not mentioned, without a dollar. Now what I do with it? I only find, look at the best organizations or the world leading business. Look at Amazon. Amazon, the product that they are selling, they don't own it. What do? They do connection. Look at Spotify. Name the businesses. Look at the world-class businesses. They don't own the products. They look for the buyer. They look for someone who wants a product, and they look for someone who has the exact product. So they link the two, and they take their commission and their honorable. That is real estate. You want a land, a plot of land in Jambanjeri, or you want a plot of land at Bundum behind Nusrat. Okay, that's fine. How much are you willing to pay? Okay, you have a land at Nusrat, you are selling for how much? You want to sell the land for $1 million. Okay, you are a seller, no problem, that's fine. Okay, what I will do next, as a business-minded person, I have to look around for someone who wants a land in Bundum around Nusrat, and he is willing to pay 1.5 or 1.3 million. So if I have the land, I look for the person who is willing to sell, I sell it to him, and I pay the 1 million, and I have my 300,000 in my pocket. This is how this guy started. From the cash forward, he went forward to working with real estate companies and having commission from that. While he's making commission, he's also creating connectivity with the customers. When he bought the land in Jambanjeri, what he did next was looking for people that want land in Jambanjeri and they are willing to pay. And he sold it to them and make his profit. After making his profit, and his first office, he was sleeping in the office. A businessman, you have millions in your account and you are sleeping in your office. And the office was not furnished. The office has no table, nothing. They used to sit on the ground. They only have one staff. That is another thing that you have to learn as a business partner if you want to explore. You have to be the finance, you have to be the accountant, you have to be the marketer, you have to be everything as you are growing up. You only bring those people when your business is bigger than you. And that's another problem. You have to know when the business is bigger than you. You see a business partner making profit of 100,000 in a year, and he is driving a car costing $500,000. How are you going to finance that car? So you have to be always below your income. If you are as a person, if you are earning $100 a day, your expenses should be below. When you have the money to buy Muro computer, you buy Muro butter. That is through which you encourage and you also create that financial discipline mindset. So he sold those entire estates and he made a profit of another million. He did not take that money and start buying things. No, he used the same 1 million he started and the 1 million profit he made and combined it to buy another bigger estate. So real estate is a connectivity between the seller who has a land in a particular area and an individual who wants a land in the same given area. You connect them and you sell the land to them. That is real estate. It has stages. You have property management. I will build a place in a good environment, and you have people who want to be there. We just give it to them out. So, business, you don't need a capital. And if you look at Mark Zuckerberg, we talk about them, the richest people, Elon Musk, we talk about them, right? These people are not who they are today because of what? Money? No. They are there because of ideas. People don't buy things, they buy the ideas that you put there. Money is idea. When we say money, money is an idea. It's not the physical task we see. The physical task we see is just what we call things that they are just quasi money. We call them quasi, right? But money is an idea. And as individuals, I close it with this. Please, for every one of you here, alright? I don't want to make a speech, but I just want you to understand. First, have the attitude to regulate and control your finances. Second, discipline yourself. And third, if you are earning, if you have $100, let your expenses be 50. If you're earning 200, let the expenses be 100.
As to continue from where we stop, with me here is the president of the Commerce Club, is it? So we'd like to have few questions with him as well regarding to this whole seminar. So please, Mr. President, would you like to introduce yourself to our viewers?
My name is Suleiman Jare, and I'm the president of Commerce Club.
So Suleiman, how do you feel being the president of this noble club?
I feel so happy to be the president of this noble club because the Commerce Club is one of the biggest club and one of the oldest club in the school. So I feel so happy to be the president of this great club.
So would you like to tell us what motivated you people, you and your crew, to organize this seminar today?
Okay, the main motive of us organizing this seminar is to enlighten the students, our fellow students, about entrepreneurship and what is the journey of an entrepreneur. And we invite guest speakers to guide them or motivate them or inspire them through the journey of an entrepreneur.
So have you pre-know anything yet?
Not yet.
So that is hilarious. I mean, how can you enlighten somebody about something when you are not? Well, are you on the journey of doing so?
Yeah. We are on the journey of creating something for the students. Inshallah, it's on the way.
Inshallah.
Yeah.
So, what will you tell somebody who knows nothing about this club?
Okay. But I start with this Commerce Club will teach you. Will teach you especially about the seminar. You have the knowledge of an entrepreneur, and we do have field trip. We go and explore like these insurance places. We go and explore, and we teach them what an entrepreneur is, and we explore them.
You inspired.
Yeah, we inspire them also.
So, what are some of the achievements you see before you come to this club or after you came to the club?
Yes, we have changed. We have changed a lot, and we have motivated a lot of people, especially science and art students, to join the Commerce Club. And I guess that is a great achievement on our side.
So, Mr. President, what are some of the words of encouragement you would like to throw on our viewers or our listeners?
Yes, I would like each and everyone to come to Nusrat and join the Commerce Club. Therefore, this Commerce Club will teach you a lot. I will teach you about entrepreneurship, not only about entrepreneurship, about business, how to run your daily life, leadership, and everything. Yes.
So, in that note, we'd like to close here, but before then, we want you to give us at least one word or two that will also encourage our viewers to also join the Commerce Club.
I would like each and every one of you to come to Nusrat and join the Commerce Club and have experience about the club. And we will guide you through leadership and through leadership. Yeah.
My name is Ali Sana, and I was the president of Commerce Club 2022-2023.
That's quite amazing. An ex-student, also an ex-president of this club. So, Ali, would you like to tell us some of the things that you guys were engaged on before you pass it to your colleague, to your juniors, right?
We engage in many things because when we talk about Commerce Club, obviously we talk about activities which are very, very important in our society nowadays. So that's why we normally organize seminar. Then from seminar we organize trade fair. So the seminar, that's where we invite business-minded people so that they can come and teach us and make us understand how business works in real world. So from there, then we normally organize trade fair where we have.
So you made mention of vendors. You organize trade fairs for vendors to come and sell their products. So these vendors, are they from your school or from outside?
Yeah, normally they are the students because what we do is we teach them their commercial activities to put it into practicals. So that's why you normally buy stalls. So when you buy a stall, you come and prepare your food, then come and sell to the students. So we are not allowing anybody outside to come and sell for us because we are commerce students. So since the seminar comes and then teach them business ideas, So obviously, when the trade fair comes, they will put it into practical. So they will go and make their food stuff. They come and sell it here.
So is it only about food stuff or is it about other things, like other things that they preneur? And also, I would like to ask, are you preneuring anything?
Right now, before going to that, obviously, it's not only food stuff that we are talking about. Understand? Some sell shoes, some sell other fabric materials, for us to make a living. Understand? So that is why it's very, very important. And right now, I venture into a business, veil business, with my partners. That is Everport Creation. We have 4 partners there. So we are working on it. As time goes on, you will see.
That is interesting. And how do you come up with that idea? Was it because of this club, or how do you come up with this idea?
It was because of this club, obviously. Because the time I was newly here, I did not know much about commercial stuff. So since I joined here, it was really a great idea for me to invest into those things. Because once you do something, you must put it into what practical. So that's why it's really important for me also to take that step. Since I'm teaching people and gathering people here to have understanding about business, and I also think it's very important for me also to take those steps so that I can make something at the end of the day.
That is quite interesting because as a leader, we believe you should make an example if you want people to follow your footsteps. So that is exactly what our ex-president is doing right now. So what will you like to tell somebody who knows nothing about this? Like, how will you convince the person to join this club?
This club is here for everybody. It doesn't matter whether you are a science student, art student, or anybody. This club is wide because when you talk about money, money have no limitation and it doesn't have any breach. Understand? Everyone wants money. So when you talk about commerce club, obviously talk about business. So that is why it's really important for them to come and join to make life easy for them. Because we have seen Fadija, she's a girl and then have ambition. She trained over 25 women in the Gambia in sewing. So obviously, when you come across that one, you learn that Commerce Club is really doing some of the really activities that will help you to empower yourself. At the end of the day, for you to be able to create this thing, self-employment. At the end of the day.
So why do you think it is important for a person, especially a girl, to create self-empowerment?
It's really important because nowadays we have seen that girls they don't want to depend on anybody nowadays. When you see a woman, what the first thing that she will tell you is, I want to be self-independent, and that self-independent comes with business idea. You can venture into business. At the end of the day, you make yourself more reliable. Whenever you have problems, when you take your pocket, you see that you're able to solve it for that matter.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. So to conclude, we would like you to give us at least to advise our viewers.
I would like you guys to make the best use of this event because it's really important. And I hope that you will learn something at the end of the day because we have great speakers that speak about business issues and how you can develop yourself. So I think from that note, I will allow you to learn from that and then be ready to make best use of it. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. That was the ex-president of the Nusrat Commerce Club. So he told us something that are very important, and if you put them into practice, if you have a mindset of an entrepreneur, you'll be able to preneur something on your own. You'll be able to be an independent person. That will also help you to stand on your own without depending on anybody. I was your host, Awa.